I would like to start by conveying my condolences for all the lives lost following the earthquake, lives lost in Turkey as well as in Syria. And also I would like to express European solidarity with the people of Turkey and Syria following this terrible disaster. I would also like to express praise for the first responders, the local first responders, the national rescue services, as well as a large number of the international rescue teams and medical teams who came to help. Turkey asked for assistance a good an hour after the earthquake, in early hours on Monday morning. And the response from the European Union member states and other participating states of the Union Civil Protection Mechanism started to come immediately. There was a massive response, a display of strong solidarity with the affected population. By now, we have on the ground 38 rescue and medical teams from the member states of the European Union and from the participating states of the Union Civil Protection Mechanism. This adds up to more than 1,600 rescue and medical personnel and more than 100 search and rescue dogs. They're all on the ground, they're all helping to find survivors. They are doing their work in close cooperation with the Turkish authorities and first responders. Yesterday, Turkey requested additional assistance in the form of shelter items, emergency shelter items, like tents, blankets, heaters, and this assistance has already started to come to Turkey. We are going to continue to provide any support we can in order to help in this situation. We will also use our humanitarian budget in order to assist, and we have yesterday decided to allocate as a first step 3 million euros for the humanitarian needs on the Turkish side of the border. On the Syrian side of the border, we also know there are people who need assistance. We also know there are people who have been affected by this earthquake. And let me make it clear, for us, helping Syrians is just as important as helping Turkish people. And we're trying to do our best. But it is not as easy because of the circumstances on the other side of the border that you are very much familiar with. We have received a request for assistance from the authorities of Syria, and we encouraged EU member states and other participating states to provide that kind of assistance. Rescue material, medicines, medical equipment, and the like. But we at the same time want to make sure that this assistance gets to the people who need it in a non-discriminatory manner. For that reason, we have been able to make an arrangement with the World Food Programme, who will be available to provide European assistance to people in Syria in a fair and accountable manner. So we have also topped up our humanitarian funding for Syrian people affected by the earthquake in the amount of 3.5 million euros as a first step. Together with European Union member states, the additional allocations of humanitarian funding since Monday due to the earthquake have now surpassed 50 million euros. And more will come, I'm confident. I have also met, during my short visit here, first responders who are doing their work in Gaziantep, team leaders of many European teams that came, and I was impressed by their dedication. I was impressed by effort that they are investing, knowing very well that the clock is ticking and that with every hour the likelihood of finding more survivors under the rubble decreases. This is very much our priority. It is very much their priority. And this effort, search and rescue effort, will continue as long as there is the slightest hope that there may still be a survivor saved from the rubble. I have also met our humanitarian partners who are active in northwest Syria. European Union has been a major humanitarian donor for Syrian people for more than 10 years now already. We will continue to stand by the Syrian people. We will increase our humanitarian assistance because the needs have increased also in view of the earthquake, the terrible earthquake that has occurred now. But of course there are challenges, and one of these challenges is the fact that the UN Security Council has authorized only one border crossing point for international humanitarian assistance to get to northwest Syria. This has proven to be a big sticking point, a big obstacle in the current circumstances. Thankfully, that border crossing point is now available again for humanitarian assistance, but it makes our efforts to help the Syrian people much more difficult. So it would be much more easier to provide our assistance if all available border crossing points were authorized for international humanitarian organizations to use. So much from me as introduction. I'm now available for some of the questions before I have to catch the plane. We've seen a lot of cases in the last days where there is a